We've got some big FUT birthday news, even though the promo might still be like a week plus away at this point. We got a couple massive player of the month winners that some people are probably going to really love to see. We got big team of the week leaks as well, with a couple of like pretty star players in there. We've also got a new EA tweet that we're probably going to discuss later on in this video today. And also at the end, I will have this 86 plus, party bag type pick, winter wild card, team of the year, honorable mentions, FC versus picks. We'll open that at the end and see if we can get anything in that. And I'm sure there's more I forgot about, but we'll talk about everything we need to talk about. Subscribe if you're new. Thank you for watching. Let's start with this interesting evolution that we actually got today. If you guys want to buy coins, you can go to mmoxp.com. The link is in the description. Use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. It is the golden glow up EVO. Now, it does give you Incisive Pass Plus, which I think is really, really good. And it can get you to some pretty nice stats in here. Let's just look through one example of like this Caceres Jr. card, right? 90 pace, 89 physical, some really good just kind of all-around stats there. But the issue a little bit with these types of evolutions, one, they're paid, right? So they have to be like really, really good for them to be worth it at all for you to complete. And the problem with these, lower rated cards is that this EVO only gives Incisive Pass Plus, and that's literally the only playstyle or weak foot or skill moves boost that they get. And these lower rated cards oftentimes don't end up having a lot of playstyles, or their skill moves and weak foot just kinda isn't really there. This Voivoda card, like the stats I really like, and the fact that that card even can exist at all is still fun. 100,000 coins, you be the judge, and if that's actually, gonna be worth it or not, probably not. But at least, a card like this can exist, which is cool. But the problem is, of course, the playstyles just, they're not being here is a problem. And in this game, playstyles are just, it's hard to say or hard to understate how important they are, whether they're playstyle pluses or regular playstyles that, only adding that one kind of shits on this a little bit, in my opinion. It's kind of the thing with EA. I really like the idea here that the fact that we can turn any like kind of lower rated silver card even into something good is a fantastic idea. And the fact that it's even implemented is great, but 100,000 coins, they're missing a couple things. It's kind of like, okay, combined with the game modes, can't really do much with this card, and that's where the problem lies. So I feel bad shitting on it, or like saying it's not very good, but I want to say it's very good because it's kind of almost really good, but it's also kind of not. And then we got Tadibo today, who I actually already completed. Let's go and look at his card here in game, or not in game, sorry, in the menus here. There's a couple interesting things about this Tadibo card, because if you look at his play styles here, he is one of the only defenders with almost all of the defending playstyles. He has 5, and he's without arguably one of the worst ones. Maybe block, you could say, is worse than slide tackle. I actually don't even know what one is worse, honestly. But he has 5 defending playstyles and intercept plus, which is, in my opinion, a great playstyle for a center back. It's actually mad underrated. I think there's a reason that cards don't really get it that often that are center backs. The fact this card can get up to 4 upgrades potentially, yeah, he probably won't, but 2 or 3 you can bank on. That is an insane card. This one might be one of those that we see for a long time in people's teams if he ends up getting a couple upgrades there. And also, I tried out Ruud Gullit for the first time this year. I don't know if it's because it was champs qualies, maybe that was why, but this dude, he was trick shotting. He was world starring, and yeah, I just want to literally try him out. And the funny thing is, he actually doesn't have like insane playstyles either, but there's like a few cards in this game. I think Cafu is one of them, but Gullit genuinely felt like he had every playstyle in the game, and I don't really understand why that is. I think it's just the icon effect. Maybe certain cards are just programmed better. We know that like VVD, we know is programmed better, whether that's body type or what, I have no idea. But yeah, I tried out Boniface as well, and we he actually had a really good gold game return there. I'm gonna make a video about this card and kind of like why I wanted to try him out and kind of what the things you should look for when you're trying to make a team actually are. So we'll talk about that maybe even tonight. I don't know when I'm recording that video, maybe sometime soon. But okay, Rasmus Højlund is indeed your player of the month winner for the month of February. This guys, it's racism at this point. Now that is actually insane. Everyone wants Saka in their replies. It's an Arsenal fan, Man United fan thing. All right, you're never gonna agree with each other. But the last time we saw a Prem Player of the Month winner for Man United, we got an absolutely juiced Harry Maguire card that for some reason they just decided to make insane for 55 5K and they gave him this card, which was obviously for the time in December an insanely good center back. So my guess is Højlund will probably be pretty good as well, which I like. I mean, I like them giving boosts to any player of the month, let alone Prem player of the month winners. Then we also got the winner of the Serie A player of the month, and that's Paulo Dybala. So a couple of really nice player of the month cards here that are going to be on the way soon. And Dybala, you know, his problem in games always been he just has Flair Plus, which just isn't great. It's probably one of the worst ones, honestly. They gave his Winter Wildcard Trivela Plus, and I've never used this card, so I can't say anything about it. If you've used Dybala in game, let me know if you really like him or not. But yeah, hope he doesn't get Flair Plus again, but that's a really cool SBC on the way here. And also, we got a fantasy FUT card leaked, and that's Yuri Tielemans, who will be on the way as well. And looking at his card quickly, what's he got? Like 5-star weak foot base, right? Yep, 4-star skills. The pace is obviously very low here. What are his playstyles? So power shot, incisive, pinged, and long ball. Really nice passing playstyles there. So combining that with the fact that obviously he plays for Aston Villa, he probably is on tap for a couple of upgrades at least. And the card looks like this, he might be relatively decent. We'll have to wait and see. And now we got FUT birthday news. We got the FUT birthday icons. So this will be a guaranteed thing. And I think this FUT birthday design definitely looks better than the like regular card design for FUT birthday. I didn't think it was too insane, the FUT birthday design, but this one looks a lot better. So we got this confirmed, along with down here, we have got FC birthday EVO designs as well. So we'll get promo specific evolutions for FUT birthday also here, which hopefully I do more often. We didn't get any fantasy FUT ones, but this is also dynamic promo, so we probably wouldn't see them. We went like 2 months without seeing any promo specific EVOs, and I don't get why. I have no idea why. So yeah, looking forward to FUT birthday for sure, but we don't know when it's coming out. But it's probably not going to be this Friday. At least we haven't had any leaks yet about it, and already it's Wednesday now, so we probably see something by now. And we got that best stuff coming back into packs sometime soon, right? So I'm assuming it'll be the next Friday. We also got this for evolutions as well. Showdown evolution set to come to Ultimate Team soon. Should feature players from Showdown SBCs, which is kind of an interesting concept. You know, this guy says this makes zero sense if you could upgrade players that their team lost. And it's like, yeah, but if it's been long enough, you know, I don't really hate it. But yeah, this is kind of interesting. You know, at least it will hopefully give more cards in people's clubs some kind of a boost. But it is funny that we got this, and I feel like we haven't gotten that many showdowns this year. So I wish they would have maybe picked something different, like I believe in a player of the month one or something like that. But obviously I'm being pretty picky here, but it's still cool they're going to give people like a possibility to upgrade cards in their club that are very old and out of the power curve and basically useless, because for the 1 trillionth time, if the game modes are like this, there's no real use for anything else. But Team of the Week leaks, we've got a couple of big ones, and Lionel Messi will be in Team of the Week. Now, unfortunately, the card probably will look something like this, and it's not going to be too crazy. You know, we do have 2 playstyle pluses coming to a lot of cards now. If you look back at last week, you know, they did give 2 playstyle pluses to some certain cards that were cards with 1 playstyle plus already. Like Van Dijk got long ball plus, Diani has acrobat and pinged pass there. So there were some cards that now did get boosted to 2, so we could see Messi with, say, technical plus, which his gold card has, plus something else. So that would be hopefully pretty cool there. So Messi will be coming in the Team of the Week, no surprise there. Victor Osimhen, though, is also on the way. Still waiting for the first 4-star skills Victor Osimhen card, because once he gets one, I'm going to be very inclined to put him in my team. I love him in FIFA. We got a couple more here, I believe. We've got Phil Foden. So yeah, Foden's on the way too, and he's another one that hopefully gets 2 playstyle pluses potentially. I just want to make Team of the Week more meta a little bit. I don't want everything to have to be meta, but the way things are set up, there's just not much use to anything outside of that. So it stinks because I just hate being like, oh, this card isn't meta, so it's not usable. I'm tired of saying that, but it's just like I'm trying to help people out, and it's really just, I can't give you good advice and being like, oh yeah, this card should be pretty fun to look at. Like, you can't use them. So that just goes with like any card that comes out that looks decent but probably won't get into anybody's teams, right? So I hate having to do that, but I just want to be realistic with people when things are set up this way. So it sucks. But anyway, you know, we got a new update, by the way, that we didn't really talk about. There wasn't a whole lot in it, so I didn't say too much. It did come out, so if you want to read the patch notes, you guys can. But we did get this today. Today we're opening the player feedback portal beta for EA Sports FC24 to make it easy for you to directly share your feedback with us. In this portal, you can select various aspects of the game to give feedback on, and it only takes a few minutes. We look forward to seeing all of your feedback come in, and don't forget you can do multiple portal submissions since each entry is structured around a single topic. Before we discuss kind of, you know, what I think about this, let's fill out their survey and just see what questions they ask us. So which area do you want to give feedback on? Let's just click Ultimate Team. That's the one that we play the most. Which area do you want to give feedback on? Objectives, evolutions, division rivals, Ultimate Team champions. Can we select all of them? Goodness gracious. So let's just click evolutions and see what pops up here for other things. Which aspect of evolution evolutions best represents what you want to give feedback on? I would probably say it's, I mean, progression and requirements is it's pretty tied for me. Probably progression though, because I don't make them quite good enough, it feels like. My feedback is a suggestion about a change or update to the game or future titles, and my feedback is about a specific issue currently affecting me or other players. I don't even know what that second one means, but the first one, they really could just type in things. Okay. Should we be constructive here? If most of the evolutions cannot be boosted to the top of the power curve due to your greed and utter no, let's be constructive here. At least give us a game mode to take these cards into. All right, that'll just go to the ether and no one will ever even come remotely close to reading that message. All right. Overall, how satisfied are you with EA Sports FC 24? I am going to go with, I'm going to pick somewhat dissatisfied, even though that's me being quite generous. I'm going to be honest with you, and there you go. It's over. So listen, will any of this even really matter? I don't know. But at least we have a way for anyone to at least communicate their thoughts on things, because that is the absolute bare minimum. I want to give them credit for this, but then again, at the same time, we don't have a fucking community manager anymore, or at least if we do, he's nowhere to be seen. So we can't really give our thoughts, or we don't have explanations about anything in this game because they keep us in the dark. Because when we're all in the dark about things, people panic, people FOMO, people do all these types of things that they love. And Inception does say it really well here. The main thing will always be inconsistent gameplay with you guys. If people played your game when it's at its best, fast, responsive, no unnecessary emphasis touches, you wouldn't even receive half your complaints. And I think he's probably right about that. If the gameplay felt like it should a lot of the time, I think there would be a lot less to complain about. I still think there would be plenty to complain about, but there would be less, that's for sure. But yeah, I mean, is this just PR, or will this actually, are people really at EA wanting to hear feedback about things because they don't really get to that often anymore? I don't know. I can only speculate, and, you know, it's hard to not be cynical, but at the same time, you know, things, I mean, we just have to wait and see. I don't know. All right, I won't talk much about the market because I talked about it a lot yesterday, and I kind of want to wait for more information coming up in the next few days. If you want to go look at yesterday's video, we talk about kind of what I'm thinking for the rest of this week. It's probably going to do pretty well if FUT birthday is not this Friday, but let's get into your comments right now. At ATL says, you say if you put your mind to it, we can get better. You forget we are playing FIFA EAFC. The button delay and inconsistent gameplay is beyond absurd. Last week, I went 9-11. This week, I went 4-16. One of the wins this week was a free win. All my players feel like an 18-wheeler. Passes and shots are way off target. I don't expect you to fix my problem, but this is insane. I don't understand how people go 20-0. Half the time, I go 3-7 in qualifiers, and no, as all these kids say, I don't have shit internet. So yeah, there is a couple things with this. One, button delay is not related to internet. Okay, this is an in-game code problem. We've known this for a long time now. If people say, oh, you just have shit internet, they probably just started playing FIFA and they don't know what good gameplay even looks like or feels like. They probably don't know. But two things can be kind of true at once here. One is that the game can be pretty bad, and like button delay and inconsistent gameplay can exist, and you can also still get better at the game. You know, if you consciously focus on certain things that you know you need to work on, you just will improve. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts to it, especially if you're the kind of player who, you know, you just went 4-16. I bet if I watched your gameplay, I could pick out two things immediately you're doing wrong, and you could just consciously fix those things and you'll win 9 games next weekend. Once you reach a certain point, it's gonna be harder to go up. Like, it's not like you can just go to 11 wins, then 17 wins and 20 wins. But when you're winning 4 games, you can get yourself to a 9 win every weekend player by just fixing like a couple things in your gameplay. If you guys want to see an updated like top 5 tips to instantly improve, I made one earlier this year, but you know, we are further into the year now. If you guys want to see another one of those, I could obviously make one. And we still received no word about who the icon SBC will be. Jairzinho, Cruyff, Sir Bobby Charlton, Vieira, Dino. I mean, we don't have any word about it, and I'm really hoping it's Dino or Cruyff. But anyway, at Zuzul says, maybe a St. Patrick's mini promo in Evolutions. Bring the Airtricity League to the forefront. They've waited too long. It's kind of a weird thing because I don't know what happened to St. Patrick's Day promos. It feels like a lot of the promos we loved in the past, except for Team of the Year, Team of the Season, they like don't make anymore. St. Patrick's Day was always one of the most fun promos. We all know how much everybody loved Futmas, and we just don't get that anymore either. If there's a couple promos we just don't see anymore that I don't know why we don't. Do they think winter wildcards makes more? Do they think like whatever's happening this week that's, you know, not St. Patrick's Day is gonna be better? I don't know. I don't know what the reasoning for that is. But okay, here is our pick. I really just want Neymar. Well, Putellas is in this too. I would love to see Alexia Putellas in this, but yeah, it's probably gonna be absolute horse. But you never know. Shocker. It was absolute horse. All right, 89 Dabinia. I know I could have taken Adeyemi there, but he's just not going to make it anywhere in my team. So it's just kind of like whatever. Taking the fodder. But let me know if you guys got anything good. I hope you guys did. Love you all. See you in this video. So peace.